Hey YouTube, it's Pinky here. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so because I am getting new to this thing here, I've just decided that what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do a midweek reality update. So, what I mean by that is, for example, if a reality show with the buzz, um, and I'm going to call this segment the buzz. When a reality show with the buzz, say for example, comes on Sunday, I'm going to let it digest and sink in and take in other opinions from other vloggers, such as, like, right now my go-to vloggers are DJ Richie Sky, Deneva, and All About the Tea. That's what I watch on YouTube. So big up to them. Big up, because, yo, yeah, I faithfully watch them because I like their opinions. And that's what I'm trying to portray here, too. So I'll watch those shows. I'll do my little online, the Instagram. I think it's OM Reality. Let me look that up and I'll put it in the description and the link once I get that figured out. There's Peachtree Daily that I follow. There is the Real Housewives that I follow. And there's some other ones, but I'll put them all in the links there um, to let you know, because, they just keep me updated in all of this. So I usually will scan through, watch the different videos. So I figure on a Wednesday now, that's when I will now start to give my feedback on the show. So this video is all about the Housewives of Potomc reunion. I had to pause because it's so much, and that's another thing I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start writing notes. It's just when I'm going to be off the spur of the moment, so yeah, I get everything that dip on my head, all of my thoughts as they come. So yeah, so today's Wednesday, and like I said, all of the vloggers and websites that I've referred to, I've been watching, and some of them I'm just like, oh, I see bias, and then some of them I'm like, I agree, and then some of them I'm like, yeah, I agree with you, but you know what? You gave me a different perspective. So with that being said, now I can come with my um, perspective on what happened. So this was the season finale. This was the final one. Yeah, I know I'm starting late. If you are a Potomac housewife fan, more specifically Potomac, then you already know what's been going on. Because like myself, you've been watching all of the vloggers, the onlines, the subs, the tweets, the everything. So I'm starting from here. So that aired on Sunday, and yeah, like, I've been watching this from about season 2. I think this is season 6 or season 5. I started really paying attention to it in season 2. There is one character, I'm going to be very honest. One of the ladies on the show, I shouldn't call her a character because it's her true character, Giselle Bryant, I was never a big fan of. I've never liked her. And when I really didn't like her was with the Monique Samuels incident, when Monique had to check her. And again, if you're a fan, you'll know what was happening. If not, you gotta look up season 2. So when Monique Samuels came to the show, and she said something really rude about, oh, so you only have this house, and or you rent this house, and Monique had to check her and say, no, I own 4. Because Monique's real rich, like rich, proper rich, not fake rich. Giselle has money, moves in the right crowds, has proper links. But anyway, so from that I was just like, what is wrong with this lady? So all these seasons I've always seen her. She is messy. She does cause a lot of confusion. And here we are now this season. So this season, I already saw where the confusion was coming from because you see everything online. But watching the show, taking yourself out of all the information you already knew online, because online's live. The show is aired like a year later. So trying to put all that information out, I automatically noticed right away that Giselle was starting crap because her and Monique don't get along. But yet, she sat down to have lunch with Monique and let Monique know, oh, yes, Candace invited Charisse, which is a girl that used to be on the show, but her and Monique kick off and she's no longer on the show, and Ray, whatever. But that's the backstory. But let me tell you, that's where I'm saying where I started to say, like, she had mix up. So then yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, Candace. So right there, Monique was like, what? So that's where the problem with Monique, I feel, Monique and Candace started, and that was because of Giselle. So all this drama came up because of the plot, the baby, the affair, the trainer, all this stuff Monique didn't want to bring to air. Who brought it to air, whatever. Then I started to lose off of Monique because of the fight. Like, not because she beat up Candace, because I would have the same reaction. Like, I would lose my mind if someone just keeps drying me out. Because, yeah, but it's not right. So, as a viewer, although I know this is a show, this is supposed to depict the real lives of the ladies of Potomac. So, yeah, when I watched the fight, I was like, yeah, man, you did ask for that, Candace. Because, I'm putting myself in that position. So, yeah, tensions are high. This is my thought process. But then when, it came to taking ownership and rated and then I did. I start to let the online that we already know stuff kind of seep in, and so did some of the vloggers. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just me alone. And even when I was thinking it, and then I would watch the vlogs, I'd be like, yeah, but we know that information. We're not supposed to put it in. We got to take it out. But anyways, we're human. So I was just like, but yeah, like she went online, she went on this, whatever. So I was kind of like, come on, Malik, just say, yeah, you were wrong for doing it. You know what I mean? But I get it. Moving, like, fast forward in the reunion, she's like, I needed my time to process. I get it. Completely get it. You know what I mean? So I was wrong. Was always a fan of Monique. I was disappointed, but I backtrack on that disappointment because you know what? Yeah, everybody needs their time to process their anger. Candace, you need to learn I like you, I like her, but because she can read for the show. Like, I love her shade. She's just, what does she say? She's got the verbal intellect. You know what I mean? And I like it. But when you get on Twitter and start doing all sorts of garbage, it's like you're my little sister, and I'm just like, see my reaction? It's just like, oh my god, stop. You're stressing me out. So she just needs to realize, like, you can't keep going out there and saying things to people and think that people aren't going to bust your ass because, you know. But at the end of the day, the whole thing was wrong. So we're at the reunion now, and it was a sad thing to watch. If you're invested in the show and you watch it and you've been watching it for seasons, and it is because Monique and Candace, it was like a big sister little sister thing. They were the two real black girls in the show, and they whatever, and it's sad to see that they kind of broke up. But I also realized that it went too far for them to come back. So everyone just needs to make their apologies. They need to admit to their wrongs and hold themselves accountable for where they went wrong and just move forward, because it went too far. Like, Candace got her ass bust straight goods. Like, it's a shame it was on national television, but yeah, was bad. So, but then, watching the reunion, there was a lot of stuff. So let me start with Giselle. So yeah, so you're watching it and it's sad. And then you realize, like, Giselle started all of this. Like, Giselle and Charisse, but Charisse not dip on the shore. She not dip on the shore. But they started all of this. Like, they started all of this. And it's unfortunate that Candace was the collateral damage. You know what I mean? In every war, there's casualties. And unfortunately, Candace was the casualty. But Candace needs to also know, stay away from Giselle. Robin, I really like you, girl. You are down. I like you. I really like you. It's, I don't want to tell you to who to choose as a friend because nobody can tell me about my friend. You know what I mean? But you also need to just tell your friend, like, bro, like, stop this foolishness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we not dip on that, and you know what I mean? Hold everybody accountable, because I liked your style this season. You were standing very independent, and I don't like using that word, like, because every time I hear that about Robin Dixon, I'm just like, they make it look like she's like a follower. Like, you know what I mean? She's loyal to her friend. But you also got to be there to tell your friend, like, shut the hell up, man. What kind of foolishness is that? Or don't support certain things, because that's what I do with my friend and my friend Timmy. Like, there's certain things where you just got to stop them in their track and say, I'm not supporting that. You dip on your own with that, That's what the friendship is. Like, you know what I mean? Loyalty is loyalty. Like, I got my friend's back, wrong or right, in front of people, but I am going to tell you, yo, bro, cut it out. Like, you know what I mean? And I am going to voice my opinions to others. Like, even if I feel like in an opinion, I'm in the middle, I'm going to be like, that's my friend, and she's fucked up where she's fucked up, but I will always have her back. You now, and I would, you know what I mean? But my loyalty will always be with my Bridget. So I'm not going to knock Robin for that. Robin just needs to be more vocal and step up and tell her friend she's wrong and let her friend know that I love you, but I'm also going to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? And my honesty, if it's against you or for you, should not impact our friendship, because that's what you should want from me as a friend. You know what I mean? And I take that because of the relationship I have with my best friend. Like, we've been friends for over 20 years. I feel so comfortable enough to tell her, no, that's dumb. Whatever. Because even if she might be upset, because we're human, people are entitled to their emotions and their feelings. But my friend should know that that's not coming from no malicious part. That's coming from my heart. That's coming from a sisterhood. That's coming from, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to tell you my opinion because it's mine. It's my opinion, and we should be able to have a good discussion and move forward. So that's the relationship I want for Robin and Giselle. Because me not telling nobody to end their relationship with them friend or their man or nothing, because I fit in business that. The only thing I can do is give my advice on how to walk through that relationship. So that's my advice for Robin. Giselle needs to come off of the show now. I understand she's like Kenya. Like, Kenya and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just don't like her. Like, there's the mix up, and then there's some petty bullshit, like mean shit, like mean girl shit. And Giselle and Kenya are mean girls, and they ain't shit, and don't have shit, and don't want to be shit. And mean girls are deflectors, because all when them I try throw a bits at people house, feed them house, bill a glass, and easy for broke up. So they're throwing stones at people who have firm, like, just to deflect, just to distract from their glass house that easy for that everybody can see in, and easy for Brock. So yeah, I don't like Giselle. Never have. I've smelled that dirty heifer out from the first time I watched the show. I was like, eh. But That's another thing with those so-called pretty girls, the people that people clone as pretty girls. Cause me pretty too, me quite pretty and cute. But you know what I mean, like those pretty girls with the pretty eyes and the long pretty hair and those girls are always the mean ones. And why? People need to start looking at that. Why are they so mean? They should be the most confident people and the most kindest people because they're pretty. So then I have nothing to worry about. But they're the meanest people. They're the coldest people. Their heart is the dirtiest. You get what I'm saying? So everybody needs to look at things like that, you know. Whew. But anyways, sorry. My boss kicked in. Yeah. So I don't know if that's proper etiquette, but everyone just needs to understand I'm also menopausal. So may I try my thing. Bear with me. Every now and then you might just see me just turn for my fun and turn for a little drink of water. Moisturize. But yeah. So yeah. That's my opinion on Giselle. Giselle, no, I don't know. She's a mean girl. She's clean, and um, I loved what Chris Samuels, Monique's husband, said. Get help. Hurt people need hurt people. Hurt people. She needs help. She's got a lot of shit going on, and that's what I'm saying. Speaks volumes. You know what I mean? Everything pretty and shiny isn't always good. Okay, Andy. Now, again, we're stepping outside of the Housewives of Potomc door, or we're just on Housewife Lane. So we are gonna put anybody door right now with the Andy Lane, Andy Row. We're in Housewifeville, and we're on Andy Row. So Andy is we're at in front of Nini's house. For a few years now, I never thought I always thought that Andy would always set Nini up to be the target. I see him do it in a lot of the other franchises, but I see it more intense with this one. The only time that I actually thought that he was um, on Nini's side and didn't pit it against Nini, and there was an ulterior motive in my eyes to that, is when it was Nini against Kim. Yeah, he was Team Nini. But you know what? The fallout of that was black and white. So he just let that ball run. So that's why I say there was an ulterior motive. Like Andy, for me, it's just. But for the first few years, I gave it to that's his job, to draw out the bullshit. But I've just noticed, like, you know what I mean? He always makes it seem like, oh, Nene, Nene, Nene. But he's always undercutting, setting her up. You know what I mean? So there's been all this discrimination things, and he's been, subtweeted and sending out all these subliminals and texts and videos and posts and all that stuff. And I've been like, just like, well, who's she talking about? Is she talking about this person? Is she talking about this person? But I've never been with the mainstream. Like when she was talking about shows, I never thought Candy. I was like, why would Candy think that? But then everybody else thought that Candy should was warranted in thinking that. And I was like, no, I think she's talking about Kim, because Kim and this thing, because there was also this undertone of racism. So I wasn't thinking that she was upon them, like, you know what I mean? Nini, Nini, Candy, Candy, like. Anyways, so, but now I understand where it's coming from, because to word on the street apparently is that Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live was Nini's nest egg. That was something she wanted to do, and then Andy ran with it. So when she was throwing words about shows and people keep getting shows, it was Andy, it was Lisa Vanderpump, and it was don't be tardy for the party. What's her name? Kim Zolciak. So, but everyone kept throwing, saying Nini's a hater, Nini's a hater. So, let me go leave Nini O's and go back to Potomac. Well, now Monique saying it. Monique saying, like, and it's true, they depicted Monique. They didn't. I was caught up in the Bravo housewife reality zone. But when you, the same way how I could take myself and say out of it and say, yeah, man, I would have beat Candace too, but then put myself in the show and say, but it's not right. You know what I mean? I got to take a step back and say, um, I was wrong in the sense where, yeah, at first I was saying, yeah, ice her out. Because that was violent. That was beyond control. Like, all the other housewives drama was like, them throw a dish or a table or a drink, you know what I mean? But it's never gotten physical, like physical. And then when the producers and the cameramen were saying to Monique, let her go, again, I understand the anger, but for the reality television world, that was never seen before. So, yeah, this season you need to be punished. That was my mentality. Stepping back in, I disagree because we didn't see her healing process, and Bravo set that up. So here we are at the reunion now, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's been a year later. You still not? We didn't get to see her process. So yeah, she's there ready because she knows she's gonna be the target because she's been watching it all season with us. So she's ready. That's why she had our little binder and our little tab for her all her receipts for giving anybody gunshot. So that alone should tell you she was prepared. She was stern. She was ready. War. You get what I mean? So yeah, any question you guys want, any bullet you guys want to think, boom, 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 boom. Get what I mean? So, yeah, I understand that now. But the show made it look like, oh, she's so all like unapologetic and blah blah blah, Ray, and why did you do this? And then Andy with the undertone racial questions that are indirect in sense of, oh, but he doesn't make any money now because he doesn't play football. Like, my son's got an my husband's got an amazing investment portfolio because see, I put myself in that position because if anybody said anything about my kids, I'd be like, because that's my world. I'd be like, my son don't have no criminal record. My son's been working. My son has a great this. My son, you know what I mean? So I get it. So don't assume that because my son is black and I'm a single mom that my son's a piece of shit. No, sir. Never data. University. Going into year 4. Final year. I not say going, sorry. In year 4. Final year. You get where me I deal with? So I get where Monique was like, but Andy, don't do that. Don't do that. So going back on the Andy Street down out of Potomac, it's like, yeah, like when you're sitting there looking, you're like, yeah, you don't treat the other franchises like this. You get what I mean? You don't treat them like that. Why is it that the black franchises have to work hard? Why do we have to, attack people's families? Why do we always got to be physically fighting, like put in positions where we're physically fighting? Why do we got to be breaking each other down? Why can't this be a show that shows how black women help each other and build up each other? It was great 13 seasons ago because that's what got me hooked in the franchise was Atlanta, number one. And if you go and look on Bravo's website or Slice or the house, like, you know what I mean, the Housewives, they don't even have Atlanta. They don't even have any of the black shows. But they don't, like, Atlanta should be their top liner because that's the moneymaker. That's the top lining show. That brings in the most viewers. You get what I mean? They don't even have that on their website. So, in my opinion, as a viewer, as a dedicated viewer, because I have given Bravo a chance on all their housewives. There are some that I'm like, I like outside. What got me in was Atlanta because I could relate to that, and I was like to see how, yeah, black people are rich too. Look at these ladies, blah 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 blah, and that drew me in. But then you made it messy. But I have always been a viewer from the New Yorks. Man, I think I was even watching Housewives of Orange County and their OC or something like that. There was something where everybody was fake and renting houses and they were in debt, and I rent these big beach houses in Malibu and all those stuff. Like, that's how deep I was watching the Bravo Housewives franchise. So as a dedicated viewer of your franchise, I am asking that the narrative change. You guys need to change the narrative when it comes to all of the Housewives franchises, more specifically the black ones. Because you're doing us wrong, and we are making you your money. We are viewing your shows. We are the drive. Just like in America, the black female vote is the driving force in the media world for your networks. Yeah, it's all of us, and that's worldwide, bro. So you guys need to take a look at that. So Andy, I did like you. I don't dislike you, but I also think you need to change. I think you're bored. And I think you're just saying shit just to say shit. Like, you're not even researching. You're not even using your brain at this point. Because at one season, you asked Monique to rap for you. And then this season, you're going to turn around and go, oh, you're a recording artist? Like, bro, what? What was that all about? So you're not even paying attention. So I think you need to run with Nini's show, watch what's happening live. And I think we need a fresh new reunion host. I think you're just preoccupied. I think you're a parent now. You're bored of it. You've been doing this for at least 15 seasons. You're tired of it. I get it. You get what I mean? So now Monique. It didn't surprise me. And I'm the reason why I said it didn't surprise me is when I saw her husband get up, I was like, nah, man, they're not coming back next season. They're not signing that contract because this is too much. They're ramping with our family, Bridget. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is making them look foolish. Like, you know what I mean? And so said, so done. As soon as the reunion finished, Monique Samuels went on Instagram Live and told us all it was great. It was a blast. It was too much, and I'm out. Just like that. And I don't wrong her. It's not a matter of quitting or whatever, but bro, you obviously don't need the money because you said it. That little check, and I don't take that as bragging. But if it's that little check, by all means, you don't. It's not even worth it, and I get it. Like, you get what I mean? Because all they're gonna do to you next season is ice you out even more and make you bring this up, and it's gonna go on for like 3-4 years. Well, you gotta be accountable. You gotta be accountable. You gotta be accountable, so it can be on camera. Like, move with that foolishness. So, yeah, I agree with her decision. I think Candace should leave as well. I think, you know what? I think all those ladies should walk off. And if everyone would leave their disdain for Nene because everything she says is true, and stop letting Kenya start all this bullshit that she always does. Excuse my language. But if they stop letting her do all that, and everybody just stop listening to those people and just walk off the show, you'll see that franchise would demolish, because the Atlanta Housewives viewers is the drive for all of the other franchises, because I like New York. Bethany's gone. I barely been watching it for the past 2 years. This last season, I don't even know what's going on, because one day I watched it and I literally got a headache, because all it was these white rich ladies who aren't even housewives arguing about nonsense. What? What am I watching? What am I getting out of this show? Like, you get what I mean? Um, I stopped watching Housewives of Beverly Hills because for me, I'm tired of seeing Beverly Hills rich white ladies, because I've seen that on the rich lives, like the lifestyles of the rich and famous, Dynasty, Young and the Restless. Like, you see that every day. I'm tired of seeing them now, because all they do is have these big houses that have these beautiful flowers, they have all these maids, these big stairs, all these cars and dogs, and their husband dresses in pink. And not that anything's wrong with pink, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? So I'm tired of seeing that though. At least with the black shows, we black women had something to relate to, something to say, oh, so I can do that too. I can, you know how much businesses came out of Housewives and of Atlanta, and I'm not just saying for the franchise, I'm just saying personal businesses, women who sat there and said, yeah, I can do that, and if I can get there, I can do that. You know how much people that inspired in our community? So, and then this is how you want to do us? Like, you get what I mean? We're spending our money on your Gucci's, on your Valentinos. You know what I mean? We're investing in Housewives. You know what I mean? We're going to BravoCom, and we get excited when we see Bravo, and we're watching your network, and this is how you want to deal the drive. All of us need to boycott. I agree 100%. The whole of we need to boycott that. Jump on to some other black owned network. Straight. So yeah, that's my opinion on Andy. I'm disappointed, bro. I liked you, and I don't dislike you. I just am disappointed. And I just think it's time for you to take a step back. Give Nene the credit where the credit is due. Talk the truth. And yeah, you know. Karen Huger, you know I love you. I respect her. Fly this season. This season, yeah? This ya season? This ya blow wall season? Karen Huger, you were on your game. Real talk. Dip on your game. Every look was good. Every look was good. And then you dropped that Grand Dame. I came in with the Grand Dame. Straight. I love it. I loved every look. She's so beautiful. I don't care if she had work on her. Because if my ass had money, everything. If I had money, so anybody wants to say, oh, she's had work on her. Oh, well, she's got money. Because if I had it, I'd be working it too. Damn, the breast here would be stand up firm. And yeah, man, the belly gone. And what dip on the belly, what them take off of the belly, me want it in my body. If it turn up, trong. And a jiggle. Not too strong. Me want it a jiggle. So if I just sit down and just, you just, yo, God knows why I'm gonna have money in my clothes. Because right on the surgery table, me there. No lie. So Karen, whatever you did, good job. But I also like, I appreciate where Karen stood. But she is a backpedaler. We all know that. And you know what? You know when Karen's bullshitting you. You get what I mean? She's not coming with no Steve. And when she's bullshitting you, I don't even think it's with any malice. It's just, she's a backpedaler. So she'll say one thing. She doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's it. So and then when she gets caught, she's like, no, no, no. And then she'll be like, okay, yeah, forget. I said it. Sorry. You know what I mean? So Karen Huger, congrats on your 25th upcoming wedding. Hopefully COVID will be done and we can get through with this. So yeah. Um I just wish it were more open. Ashley, 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 Ashley. Me never did like you. Not gonna lie. Mm-mm. You were a little, like you were just like a little fucking. I don't even know the word to explain it, but you were that. You were just like holy. The beginning, you want to hold people accountable, and oh, you got, and you're running around going, oh, no, you got it, no, like an idiot. And now look at the walla shit you're in. Looking at this shit hole, the shit pit. You're in a girl. Get your life. Fix it. Get it straight. Shut up. That's all I have to say about her. No, that's all. Because, girl, either get your bag and get out, but shut the fuck up. Straight. Wendy. I wish they would give this woman a chance. And you want to know why? Because it's not about the cattiness. America needs to learn about another culture, because this whole season I've been watching, and America, you guys are built off of the slaves from Africa. Built. Your ancestry is so deep in African heritage. And you guys don't know anything about it. No disrespect to the vloggers, but that was something you guys just shouldn't have picked up on. Because, bro, educate yourself. Because I was disappointed in that. You guys need Wendy. You guys need to learn about Tuno culture. The whole of America. The whole of America was built off of slaves that were brought from Africa. The boats were headed to America. I want to learn on no history. Instead of sitting there laughing and I make mockery and I'll think there. Education is a big thing in the African culture, period. You need that doctrine. You need that master. You hear me? Education is key. But that enough of we need to learn. You hear me? So when your pitney have this, that, and other, remember me tell you, all when it's your girl pitney. I'm not a born African. I am of West Indian descent, African heritage. I will acknowledge my African heritage because we all come from there. All of us. All of our blood comes from there. That's where it starts. You understand me? But I never grew in the African culture, nor did I grow up around a lot of Africans. But my mother and father made sure, and my brother, rest in peace, my brother was an advocate for African heritage and knowing your roots. Adatikali, your roots. Enough for no Americans, Black Americans, need for even start with the movie roots and learn about yourself and leave the girl when they alone. Because remember me tell you, you need her. I love her. I love her. And she was doing her thing this season. She was getting involved. That's what she's supposed to do. Because if she was just sitting there, all of us would say, "What? Ugh, ugh." She's not even saying that. She was giving her 2 cents. That's what the show about. And she was doing her thing. And at the same time, yes, man, if I have 4 friggin' doctrine, master's degrees, I'm letting everybody know. Even when I go to the dentist and I open my mouth, I have 4 degrees. I hate that. Not for wanna come in like on a bad mind and jealous of the gal and our hard work. You know how hard it is to get that shit? You know, I brag every, like I said, my one daughter, she's in university. If we're talking about the sky, I'm like, yeah, my daughter's in university and I'm proud, I'm proud of my daughter. Oh, yes, so America, get educated. Because in the, like I said, in the African culture, that's big things. Like I said, worse is if it's your daughter, because they believe in arranged marriages. That's why there's that discord with her husband and the mother, and well, her husband's family and her family, because of the hierarchy. It's big. So even now, when I'm watching certain vloggers and they do the call-ins, and I'm hearing people, I'm like, "I'm still not educate on yourself. Where do you caller think you came from? Where do you caller think you came from? Check out your background. Check out your lineage. Right in some village in Africa, it started from. Some one of your relative ancestry get dragged all the way in horrible conditions across the seas for many weeks. If you come build up the white people them place in America, where you call Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, whatever little town you are in America, if you come build up around there, learn about them rotted history. Come on, man. I was so disappointed every time I kept hearing it. The first show I got it. Because Una don't know. Oh no, Una still a taught the strip in this boat, Wendy. Lower. Leave her alone. Wendy Osufu, I apologize if I did not pronounce your name. Right away I followed her. I like you, girl. Brag and boss. Because it's hard for us to get through the door with them kind of things. That's a lot of work. Proud of you. It takes a lot to get those things. Worse, some of them she did while she was pregnant. Yo, I'm gonna behave. I hope she comes back. And I hope, well, I don't know. If we don't boycott, if we boycott and Bravo makes changes, I hope when she comes back we get to learn a little bit more about. Let's focus on the African culture. To enough for one who can get educated. And yeah, so that's my synopsis on the show. Disappointed, needless to say. Oh, I did. I really loved the Chris, move on and get that. And we ladies, we need to learn off of that. We need to let some things go or just move on and apologize where we went wrong and just, I just hope it doesn't affect their friendship because theirs was a genuine. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Candace and Monique were real. It was genuine, bro. It was genuine. The two families were genuine. It's a shame, but yeah, I hope those two just remain friends. You don't mind business for them. Just keep them apart. Go out and have a beer, go watch 2 game, go Vegas, go out one strip bar, the Tono, you know, doing a thing. Lord the woman them, you know. Just keep them separated. Wanna just do it on a thing. Because I love you guys have a real brohood. So yeah, and Ray. Ray is such, he reminds me of my dad. And not because of the age, rest in peace, daddy, but because of his mannerism. Like, my dad would just say some things, and it's just like, oh, daddy. And Ray's the same thing. Ray says whatever's on his mind. Like, he has nothing to explain. Like, when they went around to him about the dirty pervert boy named Michael, the crocodile, as somebody call him, He goes, well, don't even ask me nothing about Michael. You know I don't like him. Oh, yo, Michael. Ray, I love you. And you are perfect for Karen, and Karen, he's perfect for you. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I wish Dirty Boy Michael would have come up, but then no. So he left his pregnant Ashley there to take all the hook, line, and sinkers. Ashley, me no like you. But girlfriend, oh, what just happened to my fan? Something's wrong with my fan. Anyways, Ashley, I don't like you. My girlfriend, do better. Do better. Live better. A two pitney you have. Do better. Mm. So, anyways, that's my feedback synopsis recap, kinda. Because I really go a recap. I kind of just assumed everybody knew what I was talking about. So hopefully you did. If not, go on to any of the vloggers, catch up. I will get better as time goes on, so I will have more specific recaps. You know, I'll break it down in sections as I learn from the big in my books vloggers. DJ Richie Sky, big up to DJ Richie Sky, Sky Squad. Anyways, have a good night, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that thumbs, please. Subscribe. And if you really like me, hit that notification bell, wherever it is. I'm learning the thing. Welcome to Pinky's world. Bye.